Have you ever had a brilliant idea? $1 million idea, maybe? I did. In fact, I still do. I wrote a whole book about it. It's a book on wealth creation, filled with hard-won lessons and practical advice. The irony? I struggled to find the money to get it published. See, knowing the path to wealth and walking it are two different things. I knew the principles, the strategies, the mindsets needed for financial success. I'd spent years studying them, living them, and even teaching them. But having that knowledge didn't magically translate into a bank account overflowing with cash. It was a humbling experience, a stark reminder that life isn't always fair. Here I was, holding what I truly believed to be a valuable piece of knowledge, something that could help people change their financial lives, but I couldn't even afford to share it. It felt like a cruel joke, a test of my own teachings. Many people think that financial education is the key to wealth. They believe that if you just learn the right formulas, the secret handshakes of the rich, you'll suddenly find yourself rolling in dough. But it's not that simple. Imagine you want to climb Mount Everest. You can read every book, watch every documentary, even talk to experienced climbers. But none of that actually gets you up the mountain. You still need the gear, the training, the permits, and frankly, a good bit of luck with the weather. Wealth creation is the same way. Knowing the principles is essential, but it's only the first step. You also need capital, resources, and the right opportunities. And sometimes, you need a little bit of that elusive element we call luck. Now, before you think I'm making excuses, let me be clear. I take full responsibility for my financial situation. But I also recognize that there are systemic barriers that make it harder for some people to build wealth than others. Think about it. Our education system often fails to teach basic financial literacy. Access to capital is unequal, with many entrepreneurs and dreamers shut out from traditional lending institutions. And let's not forget the deeply ingrained societal beliefs about money that can hold people back from even daring to dream of a different financial future. These invisible walls, these systemic barriers, are often overlooked in conversations about wealth. We're told to work hard, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, but what if the very ground we're standing on is uneven? Section 4. Great ideas need fuel too. Every day, countless brilliant ideas are left unrealized. It's not because the ideas are bad or the people who have them lack ambition. It's because turning an idea into reality takes more than just passion and hard work. It takes resources. Imagine a world where every great idea had the fuel it needed to ignite. A world where financial constraints didn't stifle innovation or limit someone's potential. What if we could level the playing field? Provide access to capital and resources based on merit and potential, not just pre-existing wealth or privilege? I believe that's a world worth striving for. A world where everyone, regardless of their background, has a fair shot at turning their dreams into realities. Because ultimately the world needs those ideas, those innovations, those solutions that are currently trapped behind financial walls. Section 5, the X factor, it's not just what you know. So where does that leave me? The author who couldn't afford to print his book on wealth creation? Well, it leaves me with a story to tell. A story that goes beyond the principles and strategies, a story that reveals the very human struggle behind the pursuit of financial freedom. It's a story that I believe makes my message even more authentic, more relatable. Because let's face it, most of us aren't born into wealth. We don't have trust funds or family connections to open doors. We have to hustle, we have to scrape by, we have to face rejection and overcome obstacles. And sometimes, just sometimes, we get a little lucky. We meet the right person, stumble upon a golden opportunity, or find a way to turn our struggles into stepping stones. That, my friends, is the X factor in the wealth equation. It's the unpredictable, uncontrollable element that reminds us that life is a journey, not a destination. And sometimes the greatest lessons are learned not from our successes, but from our struggles.